If you hate cold calling, but you know that you need to communicate with more strangers to convert them into clients because repeat and referral just isn't as fruitful as it used to be because the market is down, I'm going to show you in the next few minutes exactly the strategy that we use. It's a $2 a day ad strategy to warm leads up before you give them a call so that by the time you actually get them on the phone, they're not like, who the heck is this? They've already seen your face several times and you become a real person to them. So they're much more likely to have a conversation with you, stay on the phone with you, and already have trust and authority built with you. By the way, if you want the exact video ideas along with some templated scripts, you can just comment IVA below this video and I'll send them across to you so that you'll know the exact ideas depending on who you're going after, and you'll have some plug and play kind of fill in the blank script so that you can get this done really quickly. It's completely for free. I'm not going to ask you for your credit card or anything. Just comment IVA below. By the way, just so you guys know how I learned this, my name's Emma. I'm the co-founder of SalesGenius, but I've also been a licensed agent for the last decade. And when I got my real estate license, I didn't know one human that had enough money in my marketplace to purchase a home because I was DJing at the time, and everybody that I knew was pretty much broke because they were partying. So I had to figure out how I could convert strangers into clients. And I did that through cold calling, making $100 a day. And it became kind of soul crushing to get a lot of FUs and a lot of hangups. And so I figured there has to be a better way to warm somebody up before I call them so that I can increase my likelihood that people are going to pick up, and I can increase my likelihood that someone will at least talk to me on the phone. And so originally I was running what I call the cold funnel, and even the brokerage that I worked for, they gave me leads, but they were kind of running a cold funnel as well. So if you're running like a Zillow or even just a traditional online lead generation campaign and you're finding that the conversations are ice cold, I'm going to show you how to fix that. So this is how it usually works. So this is what you might be doing right now, is running traffic to some type of lead magnet. That could be a buyer's guide or seller's guide. That could be Zillow leads that are coming through and they basically go to a website and it says, I want more information about this property. And in order to get this thing, they've got to give you their contact information. Okay, awesome. And then you go to call them and they're like, they flip you the bird basically. Now that sucks. So there's got to be something that we can do in and around here or here so that when we do call them, they're not ice cold. And the issue with the cold funnel is there's not, like, especially if you're getting, let's say, a Zillow lead or some type of online lead and you don't have your face on a video like I have right now, there's no way that when they pick up the phone call and you say, hey, I'm so-and-so calling from X brokerage, they're going to go, who the heck are you? I've never seen your face before. You're not a real person to me. And so I needed to figure out a way to humanize myself and make the conversations go from cold to warm, because I truthfully do believe that most people are great people. And when you humanize yourself to somebody else, they're usually a lot more warm and receptive, and they're like pretty cool about it. Don't get me wrong, it's the internet. There's going to be some trolls. It is what it is. All right. But with a warm funnel, this is exactly how it works. You're going to run the same traffic. By the way, the only difference in what I just showed you, the cold funnel, in comparison to this warm funnel, is this part and this part. Okay? And then you have a couple more calls here. So I'm going to explain this. You're going to drive traffic, but instead of just driving traffic to the lead magnet, you're going to run what I call IVA ads. And I call them Introvert Value Ads. Okay? Because maybe you're an introvert and you're not like, hey, I don't want to stand on the street and I don't want to cold call people, but like I'm happy to have a conversation with somebody if they're warm enough and they know who I am. So we're going to install 3 different videos, which is what I'm going to give you the video ideas and the scripts for these IVA ads. And then after they see the IVA ads, we're then going to show them the buyer's guide or the seller's guide, etc. And they're going to sign up, and then they're going to get an email and they're going to have one additional video in there. So by the time you actually call somebody, they have typically seen your face at least 4 times. Now, you might not get them on the first pickup, but if you do, they're a heck of a lot warmer than they are here, because you can see here, they've never seen your face once. So for them to know who you are, it would be impossible because you never showed them your face. In this one, you've shown them your face a bunch of times so that when you call them, they're like, oh yeah, I know who you are. I've seen your ads everywhere. right? But if you don't get a hold of them, which is why I have these arrows here, is let's say you call and they don't answer here, okay? But you call them again, they're still seeing these ads. It's like they're recycling your videos. So if you don't get them on the phone until the third time, they may have seen these 4 videos 2 or 3 times. So maybe they've actually seen your face 12 times. So it's kind of this positive flywheel of the longer you let them run for, the more people get to know your face, the more exposure you get. And then when you actually go to convert them on the back end, they're a lot warmer because they've already spent time with you and they're already familiar with who you are. You have to think kind of like, why do YouTube videos do so well? Because people have spent a lot of time with you watching your videos. This is a great way to force people to consume your videos. Okay. So what we basically do is we film 2 to 3 IVA ads. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to record 2 to 3 IVA ads. Again, if you want the video ideas and the plug and play scripts, just comment IVA below and I'll give this to you so that you know what the videos are that you should be recording and launching for your avatar. Okay, or your audience. So we're going to use these introvert value ads, and these are the ads that get people to know who you are before you give them a call. And then what you're going to do is you're going to record those ads first. You're going to upload them and you're going to launch them for $2 a day per video. And you're also going to email your list with a Loom video. So if you already have an existing list in your database, you can also send them a Loom video. Once you do that, you're then going to only call the people who have opened the email at that point, right? So you can log into your CRM and you can click and see all the people that have opened your email. Well, at that point, they've probably seen your ads, they've watched this video, and you already know that they've raised their digital hand to say they're somewhat interested in what you have to say because they wouldn't be opening up an email otherwise. So you've shown them your face, and they've pre-identified themselves as someone who's interested, and this is a much warmer conversation than you not taking any of these steps and just randomly dialing somebody that's in your CRM. So, you know, the way that I think about it is cold calling can be kind of awkward. It's a bit time consuming. You get ignored. It's hard to build trust. I'd rather build trust on the front end. So that's exactly how you're going to do it. You'll record 2 to 3 IVA ads, launch those ads with a $2 a day budget, email your list with a Loom video in there as well. So now you've got 4 videos that have gone out, and then you're going to just look at the list the day after you send the email and just call the people who open the email because they're already familiar with your face. They've already identified themselves as being somewhat of interest. I hope this was valuable. If you want ideas for the videos and the scripts, just comment IVA below and I'll send those across completely for free. I hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.